group out here today. What are the what's availability looking like for guys that played on Wednesday?
Full. Except for Josh.
What's up with Josh?
Josh, a little tweak. It's not bad. It's not horrible, but he's not going to play against Portland.
What about Masowski? I thought he came.
He was good.
Did he come over with an injury, or is he okay?
He's good. Guys were cramping.
Yeah.
120 minutes of a high-intensity game because Louisville, that game was up and down. But no, just Josh.
So let's go into Moose's play and what he provided, what you saw to him.
Well, he's proficient in the air. It's the number one thing because he won not just the header. I mean, Danny's ball was perfect. I mean, it was a perfect delivery. He just redirects it in. But he did some of the hard work, on goal kicks. We were playing a little bit direct on a smaller field. We challenged him going against 3 big center backs. So he exceeded expectations.
Andrew Thomas stole the show, but I kind of feel like Leiva did really great. I mean, his progressive passing, getting guys in transition. He seemed like he had a really good game.
Yeah. Tommy is going to bring Andrew Thomas back down to earth very quickly. Not today, but very soon. Don't worry about that. But no, I think, look, there was multiple players that had, above average games. I would put Danny in that category. I mean, the goal contribution, fine. From that spot, the ball, the delivery. But what we showed in film was, he had another free kick, but it was out closer to the touchline. And sometimes when you're out by the touchline, the ball that goes in the box is ineffective. So he's smart enough to take what the game gives him. And he plays the ball to Georgie, and Georgie has a 1v1 action. We get a really good chance on goal. So Danny's thinking was also very good. Not just, the physical or the passing.
Brian, what do you need to see from Josh's replacement, whoever's going to be in that spot?
Well, look, we've got talented midfielders. You got Obed, you got JP, you got Josh, you got Christian, you got Danny. So Schneider came on. I know that was impressive. I mean, we got plenty of options.
And then just, what does it do for the team to get that win?
Big.
Kind of emotional.
I mean, inside the locker room, our old locker room, all the senior players stayed. They were all eating pizza. They were all together, everything. I mean, they loved it. And winning is contagious. We've had lots of times when Open Cup runs have spurred regular season performances. I mean, everybody was just excited that it was a tense, exciting game. So everybody was pretty fired up afterwards.
Just to close the loop on Josh, how long do you think he's going to be out, or is it just like a week or two kind of thing?
Week or two.
Okay. And then, you're looking at the roster to some degree. Your hands are pretty tied. They had, especially with the fixture congestion and whatnot. Would you like to have more experience though available off the bench than you had in this one?
Yeah. The answer is yes, but we've got 3 games in 7 days. So my choice was to, put a strong group out there to start the game. Had we been able to close it out at 2-0, the bench wouldn't have even been a conversation. And, that's the way it went. Now, what I would say to follow up on that is that, look, Schneider-Brunel, that kid can play. Tino Lopez came on and did well. Kalani can play. There's guys that can contribute at that level. And conversation last night and a little bit again this morning was how do we, fit guys like that into our training environment, see if they can really, add impact.
How do you feel like you are set up for Timbers on Sunday?
Fine. We're going to go with our full-strength lineup, everybody that's healthy, and we're going to go down there and try and win.
You had mentioned after the Galaxy game just the challenge being to get these guys to believe that they can finish, that they can score, that they can win. How do you go about building belief? Because I know that's something that's easier said than actually accomplished. How do you go about building that over time?
Well, there's a lot of different ways that we've tried to do it. X's and O's of things, showing film to individuals, doing a little extra finishing with guys when it's appropriate, trying to build their confidence, switching tactics away from home. Philly, we were maybe a little bit more direct. We gave the team some confidence. Sometimes when you play out of the back away from home and things don't go well, the team gets a little tight. There's just different ways that way, and then the mental side of it is you got to find the right balance of showing them what they're doing wrong, but then also giving them positive reinforcement.
What have you seen out of Timbers this season? You said they have a really talented roster, but they can't get results. I mean, what was your takes on Timbers?
Look, they had a lot of road games recently. I know Neville's talked about that. Evander's super talented. A couple injuries here and there, but winning in MLS is hard. It's hard. It's not easy. Maybe they're a better home team. Maybe. Let's see.
It's been 6 games. You probably know this since the last time you guys beat the Timbers. We feel like we've been here before. Where, yeah, I mean, and it feels like we've been here before too, where they come in or one of you come in not really in the form you want, and it sort of has the potential to be a season-changing kind of result one way or the other. What is the attitude you come into this one in? And do you talk at all about the recent history where you guys have struggled so much against the Timbers?
We mentioned it this morning in film that we haven't had a result there. I didn't use the word 6. We haven't gotten results there lately. And so we're driving that message home, Jeremiah. Something's got to change. Is it going to be a season-defining victory? Maybe. But then again, maybe not. I mean, we still have a little bit of time left if, you get a draw, something like that. But it's a critical game for us to compete. We got to go out and compete and fight. We showed Cody Baker's tackle in the film. Maybe that's not competing. Maybe that's just one play. But, I need guys that are ready to play.
We saw Nathan and Yamar out there. Is there any updates on both of those players?
They're still a ways out. Yamar's not a significant one, but Nathan's still a ways out.
Is the time frame of 2 weeks still that for Yamar?
Yeah.
And in that regard, with that position specifically being kind of diminished, what did you see out of Stuart Hawkins? Young guy. How did you feel like he played?
Great question. Another guy that's been flying under the radar, kind of in our 31st spot with Defiance. Kid proved that he could play. He was good. I mean, look, there was a couple nervy moments, but overall he did well.
What about Paul Rothrock? And I'll throw the last one, I promise. Paul Rothrock, he just has a knack in the 18 to just find space. What did you see from him?
That's him. He's a gamer. He finds ways to help teams win.